Drinking wine out of tiny cups.
Out of tiny cups.
That is what the world has come to. Where are you at on a Wednesday night at 5 p.m. Mountain, 7 p.m. Eastern? That's right. You were
That's
Steve and
right.
Katie on the Bad Marketing Show. We're launching it with some wine. What are we drinking this week, Katie?
I'm still on that Bordeaux, honestly, but I'm drinking it out of a tiny cup. Sometimes I just like drinking, and look, it has puffer fish on it. And as some of my friends know, I collect teapots and tea things with fish on them.
And tea things, seashell things?
It's just seahorses.
Seahorses?
I love them.
The seahorses?
Maybe
The
we should
seahorses. If you guys know what we're talking
one.
about, give us a shout out in the comments because everybody needs the walk down me way.
Mr. Walk Down Me, I'm a walkway. No way.
Katie is super tired today, as am I. We both had to get up early and do work. I was up at 5:30 to knock out some webinar stuff, helping some people with some last-minute webinar launches. Katie is working on copy, as always. Katie, what copy were you working on today?
I turned a 20-module course with 30-minute to an hour lessons into a 16-page guidebook.
Guidebook to the stars.
Guidebook to the stars. Yeah, I mean, I've been hustling. It's like sometimes I'll think like, oh, how much word count can I really get done? But like when the pressure's on, man, you can crank out some copy. Crank it.
What did you learn? What was this? What was it on? What was this? What's the
guidebook? Was on the WOW sales method, which is an authentic sales system. It had 6 steps with steps inside of it. And the whole idea is to not pitch and take them through a very authentic sales process where you don't even have to pitch them or sell them.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think you need 20 modules to get that across?
No. And okay, here's something that we were talking about. Well, we weren't talking about. We are working on a mutual project about, but the topic came up about micro learning. So maybe that's a lesson today.
Micro learning. We can talk about micro learning. We are, man, I look very grayed out. What's going on with my camera?
Steve, what is with your pallor? Are you okay?
I'm okay. Anyway, that is weird, right? Very gray. I think I just need more white. Anyway.
Need more white.
Me. We're going to talk about a few topics around marketing just because Katie found a chair. That's what we're starting with.
We're starting with the chair. Let me get the screen share going, guys, because this isn't bad marketing, but I am so damn excited about this chair that, okay, can you see?
Can you see? Can you see? All right, you guys ready? Boom, chair.
Let's hit it.
I got some bad news. It's not you. It's me.
Okay, this is silly. Just show me the chair.
No.
Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah.
Transforming chair that lets you sit in any position. That feels great.
Isn't that amazing?
Okay, so hang on. We're going to get to the one okay. If you're laying like that chick, you are going to tip over. The minute she puts her feet down, she's going to tip backwards.
You're not, because it has auto-locking wheels, Steve.
No. It doesn't matter that the wheels lock. It's the whole point of gravity. Keep going. There's another picture, or it's in the pictures. I'm like, dude, that guy's not staying like that.
This guy?
That guy. The guy that's spinning, if he leans backwards even a little bit, he's falling. He's falling to his death.
Really? That guy?
Dude, he's sitting. Hang on. Wait till he spins around just a little bit. Stop. He's sitting on a raised platform on a little tiny arm. Like if he pivots even a little bit, he's going over backwards.
Steve, it's premium walnut veneer. It's fine. But look at it in action. Like, I want this so bad. And here's a fun fact, Steve. I don't know if you knew this. Ooh, that's actually, wait, what? Is he going to eat her foot? What is happening right here?
There's not a beach ball fetish going on, Katie.
No, but a different kind of fetish, perhaps. But okay, so buy this chair, and maybe they're
$2,000.
No, you can get it for like under 400 early bird. But you may not know this, Steve. Bisexuals love sitting funny. I know because I am one. So when I saw this chair, I was like, this was made for bisexuals. This video was really funny. They're like, how to correctly sit on a chair. And it just shows them using this crazy chair in wild ways you'd never use. I think it's amazing. I heckin' want one. If I'm going to fall to my death, so be it. I will die a happy bisexual, sitting how I want.
I don't think
So,
the chair. You
Look at,
think
look at that. You don't even want that a little bit?
no?
Steve, have you ever had the kneeling chairs? I had a kneeling chair once.
Yeah, I had a kneeling chair. I threw it away. I think I turned it into firewood. I had a I had
Whoa.
one of the chairs that's like on a stick that you can't really ever sit. It's supposed to work your core. I used that for
Chair
about a
on a
month.
stick.
Hang on. I'll find you the.
Show me chair on a stick.
Oh gosh, hang on. Spring chair.
You've heard of like pickles on a stick. You have heard of ice cream sandwich on a stick, banana on a stick.
Hang on.
I've never heard of chair on a stick. That sounds dangerous.
Hang on, you got to entertain people for a second.
Okay. Are you looking? I'm really enamored with this thing.
Enamored. Katie is
Enamored.
enamored.
Look, it's like wood.
Okay, hang on. Where
You
are
know,
we?
one interesting use is that somebody in the comments of this ad said, I'm a tattoo artist. Would you make one that's like covered with like vinyl so it can be washed? And I thought that was a really cool target.
That's a good comment. Okay.
Yeah.
Share screen.
Okay, let's see.
So like
Ooh.
you can't sit on it. You have to wobble.
It looks like it would be uncomfortable for your groin. Now, I personally don't have balls, but if I did,
No,
I'd be wary of that thing.
It's not bad.
Really?
It wasn't bad. The thing that just sucked is like there's no back. You could never like sit back for a second.
Huh. And how long were you using this? Like, were you into it?
So I got it to replace my computer chair because it's supposed to work your abs, right? And I was like, oh, that seems like a good idea. No, I mean it did for sure, but like you can't use it all day. You can use it for like an hour. It would be good for like a drafting table or maybe a dinner table. You know,
I don't want to work out. I don't want to work out while I'm eating.
You know the bouncy ball chairs?
Yeah.
The exercise balls, it's supposed to be kind of like that, but a little bit different. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Because I had one of those chairs too. I've had a bunch of different chairs in my computer.
Connoisseur of chairs. Steve is a discerning chair enthusiast.
That's for
extracurriculars. Ooh, yeah. Thomas Miller knows what he's talking about. He could see a lot of uses for any number of chairs, I'm sure. Shout out to my Gemini friend. Okay, here's another ad. Speaking of sensual things. Wait, am I sharing?
Uh-oh. What do you got, Katie?
Okay. This might make you turned on, uncomfortable. We're about to find out. Are you ready for this? Okay.
Oddly satisfying blends in a blend. Let's try bell pepper. A celebrity favorite, celery juice.
I love this.
Dragon fruit.
Do you?
Oreos and milk become one. Lives in a pineapple under the sea.
So weird.
Cucumbers are no match for blend.
Isn't it awkward?
Yes, I like this. This is good marketing. Watching.
Yeah. When I watched it, I was like, it just stirred up a mix of feelings in me. I was like, okay, I get like the ASMR trend, but like, it's so weird.
I think that's good. If you guys like that, let us know.
Okay,
hang on.
Interesting. What?
I have 4 of these and I love them.
Oh, do you?
No, read the comment.
She needs a Vitamix, like something that she can make the volume of fluids she needs.
Yes, I agree. I think a Vitamix would be better, but I think it's a fun.
Finally, I can drink roses. Oh, yeah. So basically, and what I notice about, I get retargeted on a lot of BlendJet stuff. I don't know why, because I never looked them up on Amazon or like Googled about portable blenders, but they have ads that are their BlendJet 1 next to this new model BlendJet 2. And basically the ad just shows you how shitty their first product was. It's like, look, this can do shit, but now we promise we figured it out. Like,
I want to see them blend one more thing. Blend one
Okay.
more.
Disappear.
what will?
Ice doesn't know hidden.
Ooh, yeah.
The power is nuts.
The power is nuts. Anyway, so that's
Okay.
that's the BlendJet 2.
Okay, so what? Man, I think
What?
that's good marketing. That gets a thumbs up from me.
Okay, Steve's got a thumbs up. I got it. Like, I'm not sure. I'm just like, I feel like a little like, I don't know, like got a tingle, but I'm not sure if I should be feeling that way because of a blender commercial.
I hate when people whisper. It gives me bad chills.
Who said that?
Christina Lynn.
Oh, hi, Christina. Hi.
I
hi, baby
mean-
girl.
When everybody whispers, I mean, hey, what's going on?
Oh, Kurt, don't make her leave. You know she's gonna go be scared. All right, here's what I got for you next. Now, this I feel like is a big conversation because this guy got 667 comments. He is not a copywriter, but he is a fitness guy, and he asked my copywriting group, "Oh, go away. Think fitness for women." And Steve, I can't wait to hear your thoughts on this. What do you think I would mean if I were to advertise a little black dress, a little red dress, and a little white dress program, like a fitness program? What do you think the differences would be between the programs and the goals of the participant? First thoughts, first impressions.
I mean, little black dress. I'm thinking it's like business women that want to go to like a business something, like, because that's what you would wear. I mean, the black dress goes anywhere. Red dress would be dating. White dress would be for weddings. But at the end of the day, they're all the same thing. You want to lose weight and feel good about yourself.
Right. So anyway, this got a lot of comments. It was like this man was descended on by female copywriters like a horde of angry geese. Now, I couldn't find any of these really, like, when this first post first started, there was so much good commentary, but now it's just like he started playing nice. But here's some of the things people said. Odd that I have to wear a dress. That's snarky. But look, so little white dress, beginner's innocent newbie, black dress, seasoned performer, done this before, skilled, red dress, badass bitch, danger pro. That's one way to look at it. Something about porridge being too hot, like that's weird. So anyway, I think what I took out of this,
I mean, I think that's bad marketing because
it's horrible. I think.
Yeah, I mean, we're sitting here talking about it, but if he had that on an opt-in page, or if he had that on, if he was actually running paid traffic to it, no one would know what they were talking. Like, what are you talking about, bro? I don't know.
Right. Here's where it got like a crazy post is that all these women were coming out. A lot of them said the little black dress concept is like very outdated. It's old now. And to have that in fitness, it just seems like super dated. A lot of women were like, I'm larger, and something called little, like I just don't care immediately because I don't feel like it caters to me. And, and what I said is that, okay, there are so many different ways you can interpret red dress. Like people kind of get black dress, but there's no standard symbolism for red dress. White dress is wedding, maybe. Or he was saying it's like he thought like a white summer sundress. But the problem is in copy is that once you have to explain to the reader why red dress or white dress is significant, you've lost
them. Yeah.
Right. Like you should not have to explain the symbolic relevance of something before you tell them why it matters. You want to pick a concept where it resonates with them because they already have that association, not because you're making it up and shoving it down their throats.
I mean, you should have curiosity. It should create curiosity, but you should have an idea of what it is. And like, it should be like, this doesn't work. I agree. Right. This is pretty
pretty bad. And the best part is that every comment, every woman put there, he went in and was saying, mansplaining. Well, yeah, he was defensive. And he says, I'm not defensive. The little black dress concept has been proven before. And we're like, yeah, how long ago? And he's like, then he tried to say that. He's like, well, the question I just asked is the color association, which raised a question about your research. If you were just wondering about the color associations, why did you have to put little and dress in? So You guys, if you take anything from this, when you're trying to do research, how you word something really matters. If you were just trying to figure out color theory, just ask about the colors. So that's that.
That's a pretty good one.
Right?
That's a good bad example for sure.
It got a lot of comments. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing because that's all the examples I have for that today. So Steve and I are just going to have a chit chat about whatever we feel like talking about.
I think, I mean, there's a lot that Katie and I ping back and forth usually all day, every day about different things that are going on in the world of marketing. And it's interesting. I mean, we probably have more examples just in our email or in our chat. But when we were talking about tonight's show, I was like, let's just riff on bad marketing trends. So I actually have one. I wonder if I can somehow share. I got a message today actually that fits perfectly. If you're trying to do outreach on Facebook, hang on. Yeah, I think I can share.
While you get that, I'm going to get a piece of mail that I actually forgot is a great example.
Ooh, direct mail.
Direct mail for once.
If you are reaching out to people on Facebook, what should your post look like? Okay, I think I can share this screen. It's going to look a little bit weird, but we're going to do it.
Let's see it.
Doing it.
Dirt.
Share
The ones
screen
they make
share. Okay. Can you guys, is it showing?
Make it bigger.
I can't without showing the person's name. Well, I guess it's on his name anyway.
Just read it to us.
No.
Story time.
I'll just put it there. Can you guys see this?
Yeah.
This is a cold outreach.
Holy God. It is a novel. And is that a Jim Carrey?
It is a Jim Carrey quote. Then I didn't respond, so he sent me another one.
How long after?
2 days.
Whew.
I'm pretty sure this is a bot. But
why would you waste your time setting up a bot that's going to be so ineffective? Because I mean,
well, this is what I want to point to. So I'm going to stop sharing that. What I want to point to is your messages. If they're an email, let's start with Facebook. Whenever you're messaging somebody, think about how you would message a friend. If I'm messaging Katie, I'm like, hey, check this out. If I'm emailing a friend, if I'm emailing something to somebody, it's a sentence or two, maybe three, right?
Right.
Where things go wrong in marketing and why marketing falls flat is because you're not treating people the way that you would treat friends, relatives, yourself. When you're emailing somebody, I have this discussion with people a lot, and they're like, I don't want to email too often. Nobody unsubscribes from an email because they're getting too many emails from you. They unsubscribe from an email because it's irrelevant to them. You're never going to annoy anybody. I know this. Look at your email inbox. How many emails do you unsubscribe from? Probably not very many. You just don't read them.
Right.
But eventually one of them grabs your attention, right? So I get emails from Under Armour and from Osprey bags every day. Every day. I don't delete them because I buy their stuff. So,
and you want to see more in the future. It's just that day you don't feel like looking at it. Abso-freaking-lutely, Steve.
So when you email, you can send a daily email. Have good subject lines. Your email rates will actually go up. Your email open rates, your read rates will go up. You are not annoying anybody. No one gets annoyed by somebody that delivers value. So that's the first thing, is that your rate can go up. You can message people more.
Email more.
The second thing is, don't make them novels. Make them 100 words or less. 3 sentences, 4 sentences. You can have a long one every once in a while, drop a value bomb.
Right.
But you can also provide value in other ways. Send them to a YouTube video. Send them to a Facebook post that you did. Send them to an article that you liked. Send them to a JV offer. Like all of these different things. People think that they have to be, I have to come up with this mind-blowing content. It's not true.
Right, or like a very structured sequence. And so I've been at night after working all day reading this really amazing case study about a man who took this man's email list. He had a super cold, hasn't been mailed for a month email list of like 5,000. This was a fitness guy. All it took was about did they do it over 3 or 4 weeks? They started with 2 survey emails just because, let's figure out what they want. Haven't talked to them in a while. Let's do something engaging. Moved it into, emailing about like topics with like really just value rich emails about what they were asking about, not selling anything. And then they did a pre-launch and then they did a launch. Here's the thing. It was a product he had already sold before. So, but still, just by taking them through that process of warming again, like they 10x'd his revenue and then he kept earning. That's the thing. Here's one takeaway I took from this is that the mistake people make is that you spend all this money and time and effort building your list and then you don't know what to do with them. You don't do anything with it. And that's lunacy because like 90% of your sales are probably going to be on the back end anyway. So the moral of the story is email your dang list, and don't just email them every time you're going to sell something. Cause then you turn into that cousin who only hits you up when they need like $50.
Yeah.
Right.
Instead, email them. And like the value that I send to people, my open rate's over 20%. And the value that I send to people is just what I said before. Send them to a Facebook post. Send them to a video that you did. Sometimes I've sent them to a music video. One day I sent them to a Guns N' Roses video. I was like, man, this took me back to high school. I remember, told a little story, and I was like, let me know what you think. Sent them to November Rain, and I think I got like 5 or 6 responses.
It's human, it's personal. What I like, because I get Steve's emails, of course, because why wouldn't I? And what I like about Steve's emails is sometimes he just pops in, tells a little story. Maybe there's a little takeaway. He's not selling anything. He's not even like trying to teach hard or force something. He's just it's like having a friend email you. Yeah. And if you do that more, and it takes less effort because you don't have to think super hard about the copy being perfect. Like,
pretend you're writing an email to your friend, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your mom. Like, just be like, what's going on today? What did I do?
Right.
The weather sucks here.
Enough, and people can relate to that. It's like, and what I like about some of Steve's emails is that he'll prompt engagement. He's like, hit reply. Tell me about something, you're feeling today. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people are too afraid to invite that interaction with their emails. Steve, do you think that's because like they don't know how to manage it, or just because?
I think people are really scared of being judged. It goes back to the reason that they don't want to email, they don't want to do videos, they don't want to put themselves out there. So I'll tell you, the number one thing you can do in marketing is create content. Just start creating content. Facebook Lives, YouTube, emails, pick one channel and just create content, because people will respond to it. But people are like, whoa, I might be judged. And it's like, that's an internal thought. If you have questions on that, I just finished doing 30 days of Facebook Lives around how to break through negativity. Like, just put stuff out there. Like, you have to get over yourself. No one cares what you're doing.
And what's the worst that could happen? What's the worst that could happen? It's like dating. It's like shooting your shot. What's the worst that can happen? They say no. They hit unsubscribe. Ooh, that means they were meant to be on your list anyway. They're not.
If they hit unsubscribe, they weren't ever going to buy from you. You weren't going to have some miracle product that they were going to be like, oh, let me pull up my credit card that's weighs 500 pounds and I'm going to go buy the $9.97 offer because it's so amazing. None of that will happen. If they unsubscribe, they're not into what you do anyway. Like, they're doing you a favor. But I do think it goes back. I think the other reason is people don't think about how their email reads or want to respond, right? They're just like, oh, buy my thing. And it goes back to the unwanted cousin of like, give me $50.
Right. Only hits you up when they want something.
20
right.
spot.
Yeah.
Give me 20.
Come on, man.
I just want a $5 hot and ready.
And a 40 and free ice cream samples.
Yes. For those of you who don't know, I grew up in a town called Mount Vernon. Not grew up. I went to college in a town called Mount Vernon. And our dinner routine in college was to walk down to the corner. There was a Little Caesars. So we get a $5 hot and ready. And then there's a gas station where we get 40 of King Cobra. King Cobra's 40s. Hey, it was college, whatever. Four Loko.
Sure. Four Loko. Aye.
And then United Dairy Farmers was the gas station, which is they make homemade ice cream and you can have free samples. So after pizza and a 40, we get like 5 free samples of ice cream, and it was dinner for $7.
Yep. And then you can enjoy the rest of your night playing Edward 40 Hands. Shout out in the comments if you've ever played Edward 40 Hands. Let us know how it went. If you've ever had a wizard party, drop it in the comments. Let us know how that went.
Some of those pictures, if you're watching this on the replay, I want to see pictures.
Oh Lord!
All right, so
that's an email rant. That was good.
We definitely just talked. But the thing is, that goes with everything. Like, I mean, publishing. People complain that they don't have leads. It's because you're not publishing. You can spend hours writing the perfect email, or you can just spend 10 minutes a day and send. I guarantee, if you spend 30 days and send an email every day, you will make sales.
Yeah. And what do they say? Like they say that every person subscribed to your email list is worth approximately 50 cents to $1 on a monthly basis. So think about that. Even if you have a list of 500, which isn't a lot, and usually smaller lists are like more engaged if you're emailing them.
You're going to do better.
You're going to do better than that. Just email them consistently. And that's the one thing this guy showed over the chart, over this case study, is like this guy, he did one big launch, had a huge peak, and then it just petered out because he was barely emailing them because he hadn't launched another product. But this, when they relaunched, it went right up, and then they kept sending emails, and all of a sudden, steady income out of his list, revenue happening.
Laura made a wizard staff.
Oh, yeah. I do it at least once a year and would highly recommend doing it. Oh, yeah, girl. Are we still talking about beer? I hope so.
Maybe you had a Harry Potter wand last week, Katie.
It's right here.
Katie has a very rare plant called the Swiss cheese plant.
You guys want to see her name is Serendipity. Do you guys remember the movie Dogma where Salma Hayek's working a pole looking really cute and she's a muse? That's what I named the plant after. So there's that. Wait, Osseo direct mail. Oh, look at that. Okay. I got this.
That was great.
Thank you. Okay. This is for America's Best Eyeglasses. It says, and their mascot is the owl. It says, come back to the flock. Wait, owls don't flock, which to me sounds like the conversation that was had when the creatives were trying to develop a good concept for this mailer.
Well, it makes you stop and say, what? Which is all you want to do. So Gary Halbert, if you want to learn about direct mail, we've studied Gary Halbert. He says everybody sorts their mail over the trash, and you have the A pile, which is keep, and the B pile, which is go in the trash. Right. That would get a laugh. So people would actually be like, wait, what does that say? Right. That's actually not horrible.
I mean, my problem is just I would have liked who's ready for new glasses. I would want a dumb, corny pun, but that's just me. I'm probably going to go and get this anyway because they sent it out right when, so my prescription is expiring. I know that to get new glasses, I need to go in and get another prescription. And with their club, they're giving $50 off if you join their club, which is $100. And they're, you don't save that much anyway, but I'm probably going to do this. So timing matters, right? So with marketing, what? How
do they know how to send it to you? Where'd the timing come?
I'm already a customer. I mean, I'm warm, right? This wasn't random, but timing matters with marketing. And it's not always just send it out when something's about to expire. Current events. Dan Kennedy says this a lot. You have to think about what is going on in a person's day and their life the second they open that email or that mail. Because you can write generic copy that just would appeal to anyone at any time. But if something's happening in the news, and let's face it, these days, shit ton of stuff happens in the news all the time. One more outrageous than the next. Great thing to leverage. It might be polarizing, but things are so outrageous in the news. Put it in a subject line. People open that like a mofo.
That is very, very, very true.
Yep.
All right, Katie, you ready?
Is it that time?
It's time. It's time for Katie's Bad Tinder.
All right.
Let me tell you, she has a doozy.
The dooziest of doozies. All right. We're going to start a little slow. So I didn't know about this feature, which is the swipe note, where I
You got
guess
a new feature?
I don't know if it's a new feature, but I was like, I never swipe. I just go, I pay. So I just like go in my matches and look. But this guy said, oh, why is it so pixelated? It was like, I'd like to read some of your word wrestling. And I was like, that's pretty cool. Thanks, buddy. And he shows a lot of swag. I like the electrical tape on the nips. I like that I get a sense of vertigo when I look at it. So I thought that was strong. Okay, we're just going to slowly ramp up. This is a great curiosity hook. I'm a nerd. Ask me about my goose. He looks high. It looks like he thought that was a real goose because he's like spun out on acid after 2 days and he thinks that's his pet. I didn't ask him about his goose, but
Man.
that was that. This one wins on weird pickup line. What do you think of that, Steve?
I'm just like COVID. You'd be okay with me getting into you, but not your grandma.
It's so tasteless.
That's a horrible pickup line. And is that even funny? I mean,
No.
mildly.
And maybe, but it made me scared that they're only a mile away. So I was like, dude, I hope you don't get in me. Like, I hope we don't even run into each other.
Ever.
This one wins for style choice of the week.
His name's pretty funny. Of course we got
a rifle, like Teva sandals, like pins on that hat you wear if you're 30 to signal to people you've been in every pub like 5 times, every local brewery. Ireland shirt. And I like that he specifically said what he was looking for. I'm a veterans marijuana rights activist looking for a hippie witchy girlfriend. He knows what he wants.
not just hippie witchy.
Witchy. So you got to have a little bit of that witchy to.
Is that even a real gun?
It
looks like a squirt gun. Well, he's definitely got something going on. He's a hippie. I mean, that's like a kilt.
Yeah, it's a camo kilt. He's got a satchel. It's like, who's like going out to hunt or like doing tactical missions and you wear, the camo to blend in, but it's a kilt. And his legs are so white.
He's not blending.
He's not going to blend. That's dime bag Duffy for you folks.
I will tell you, girls don't have anywhere near this like crazy of things. Like girls just have really bad filters and they try to make themselves look like animals all the time.
Right. Yeah. But this guy's I had to censor it because it was so outrageous. It says, I most likely have better hair than you. That's not what matters. This picture without context. Okay. That is not his own peen, but apparently this picture is of him smoking a cigarette, hiking and overlooking a hazy mountain, but he just has a large rubber phallus toted along with him.
And it's like the Grand Canyon.
Like the Pennsylvania Grand Canyon. And he's like, I don't know, man. It's just so cryptic. I feel like this is the end of like a weird indie film.
Oh, it's the end of the Doom generation.
What's that?
Marilyn Manson movie.
Oh, that sounds like something I could get down with.
It's a pretty dark movie, but from like probably 2002. Long time ago. You were but a baby, Katie.
You know what? But when I was a kid, I had a crush on Marilyn Manson. Because who didn't? He was just like stringy and weird. And it's like, ooh, that's kind of hot. Steve, can we close out tonight with the drinking out of cups?
If that is your wish, Katie, we will
That's
make
my
that.
one wish. I had a long day. I've been crushing it for like the past 2 weeks. I'm ready for some drinking out of cups.
All right.
My dad came over today. He was dropping off. So my dog, if I'm not paying enough attention to her because I'm busy working, she will get bored and she finds her harness, takes it on the couch and chews off the plastic buckles, right? So my dad took the harness and sewed new buckles on it because he's handy and stuff. So he came by today and he was quoting the wisdom dog, my father, to me in my own house. And I was like, Yes, I feel like a person of great influence.
A person of great influence.
Great influence.
So, for those of you who have never been
Oh,
introduced to the Wisdom Dog, the Wisdom Dog, man, I'm tired. It's been a long day, Katie, but we did it.
It's been a long week.
It's only Wednesday. It's hump day.
I don't even have the energy to hump.
Katie needs help.
I need an adult.
Katie, you're adulting very well. For those of you who do not know about drinking out of cups, you are about to have your mind blown.
You're either going to think it's the dumbest thing you ever watched or the most brilliant, but if you think it's the dumbest, you're wrong because it is the most brilliant.
So this is over 10 years old now. This is 11 years old. And somehow it only has 4 million views. I don't get that because
Really?
everybody who is cool knows.
Bring it on.
So, Katie, do you want to tell the story behind this?
Yeah, let me set up the premise here. So this is the lore of this video. I think the lore of this video is that there was, a bunch of friends at a party, and there was one of the friends is like in a closet, spun out like on acid, just like spitting word salad. And so they took a recording of what he was saying. So the lore of this video is that they took that recording and just animated over it. So this guy was just spitting nonsense, and then they animated the nonsense to really bring the whole thing to life.
And boy, did they bring it to life.
Yes. Can we get more volume on this, Steve?
Yeah.
No way. No way.
No way.
What is this? Oh, I'm king of the trees. I'm the tree meister. I count on them. Well, sometimes I brag. I like to steal. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. This guy's a faggot. Sort of faggot Indian in the teepee. I think he's Captain Knots.
Captain Knots.
Giant knots.
You know this guy's from Jersey.
Oh, for sure.
Bullshit. This woman's such a bitch. Miss Sand. Drinking out of cups. Being a bitch.
Being a bitch.
I bet have fist. I bet have fit. I had a little kid in the background fucking going crazy. Who's this guy? Mr. Balloons. Mr. Balloon Hands. No way. No way.
No way.
Like those things. Mr. Walkway. Mr. Walk down me. I'm the walkway. Lead me to the building. Thank you. 5643. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Fix that floor. Not me. No way. Never been with no floor ever again. Not once. Not never.
My favorite part.
Whose chair's that? Who bought that goddamn chair? It's not my chair. Not my chair, not my problem. That's what I say. No way. Stupid dresses. Stupid flowers. Lighthouses rule. You don't like the lighthouse? You suck. What is it? Seahorse captain? What? Seahorse seashell party? Who didn't invite me? Why didn't I get invited? Seahorse sea hell? Get real. I'm in love with seahorses. I'm in love with them. They're so beautiful and cute. I'm in love with the seahorses. They're fucking unreal. I love them. They're like all the clocks. I love them. I love seahorses, and I love looking at them, and I love seashells. I love seashell things. I love things with seashells and seahorses on them, like blankets.
Towels.
I love them. Seahorses. Forever.
Forever.